It's all good. Yeah, so we are Training Bot. Just to give you a brief overview of our weekly goals, we wanted to finish Stripe integration with Redux and update our UI dynamically. We wanted to finish out our CRUD endpoints. We wanted to do some UI UX design and development. And then we wanted to finish up our notification system with some enhancements. So we did meet those goals. And I'll start by showing you the landing page that we implemented. Here we have a spot for our demo video that we're going to do on week 5, I believe. We have some basic information about the app. So as a new user, you can come in here and learn about what our application does. What we do is we are an automated notification system that sends texts and emails. So you basically come in here, read a little bit about our application. We help you manage some employees with recurring training modules. Automated notifications. So that's really the gist of our app. This is responsive for all screen, as is the rest of our application. So we did meet that goal. As an existing user, I'm going to sign in with our authorization through Google. And I'm going to role play as a restaurant owner today to demo the app. So I am Alex. I own a thriving restaurant business where I have some employees. I have a lot of training to do. I hire new employees quite often, and I want to get them up to speed on their training. So what I do as a restaurant owner is I have these training series that I can manage. So I can come in here, I create and manage these series in this main dashboard here. So the waiter fundamentals, I can come in here, manage my posts, and these are going to be the notifications that get sent out when you assign a new user, a new team member to these notifications. So these are notifications that are going to get sent out under the waiter fundamentals. So I have warm greetings, seating guests, server etiquette, everything I want my employees to know about being a server. And I send these out from the start date of the assignment. So 1 day, 3 day, 5 days. So every 2 days I send out my notifications. And that's handled entirely by the system. So it's all automated. So I'm going to come in here and I have some employees. Say I want to assign our new server, Nate, to the waiter fundamentals. So I can come in here and assign training series. I want to assign Nate with a start date of the 5th. Okay, so I can assign that, and that has successfully completed. We'll add in some pop-ups to verify that these have been created for the user side. So I can go to this notifications dashboard, which will share all of the pending notifications. So you can see I already have a few notifications in here. So let's just filter them down. I'm going to get all of my text notifications. I'm going to expand this view a little bit bigger. So I have 42 total pending notifications. And you can see I already have some sending to Brandon, Nate, to Brandon, Nate. Michael has some starting a little bit later. So these are the send dates for the notifications. And this is handled entirely by our system. So once the user has been assigned, once I assigned Nate to waiter fundamentals, the system handles the rest and sends out notifications as needed. So we have some pagination in here. If I want to add a new user, I can. I'll just go ahead and do that, and it'll take me to this team member page where I can actually directly add this new user into a training series. So it's a pretty streamlined system. I can assign their start date based on when they are starting, and boom, now they have some notifications. And I can show you that by going back to the notifications dashboard. So in here we have the notifications. New user has some pending notifications. Those are going to go out to text or email. Also, as a growing business, I want more trainings. So I have a new training. Say I'm opening up a new cafe. I can start a new training, go in here, add some posts to that training, and then assign users to it pretty smoothly. If I grow to the point where I need more notifications, currently you get 50 for free. I can come into my account. I'm actually already a pro member, but if I wanted to go premium, I can easily do that and upgrade my account. We are going to have a notification count and how many remaining notifications you can send in this user dashboard. So now you can see that I'm a premium member and my limit has now increased. And I'm going to pass the demo off to Leanne to talk about our key technical accomplishment this week.
Okay, awesome. So let me just get my screen shared. So I'm going to talk about the expansion of our notification system. Last week, we implemented the basic user-facing side of it, which is sending out the notifications to the correct emails and phone numbers on the day that it needs to be sent. But we also needed this system to track how many notifications each user sends out. And we need to also be able to reset that count every month based on their subscription type. So this is the function that runs the actual sending of notifications, which run at 11:30 a.m. every day. What we needed to, our challenge was tracking the notification count, but we had to really debug it quite a bit because if we let these two functions run synchronously, sometimes it was inconsistent when one function would update a notification count, but that might happen before the other function pulls in the notification count, so it would become inaccurate. So we needed to make it an asynchronous function so that only this ran first and sent out all the text messages, and then that made the count consistent, and then we let the emails run, and then that makes the email notification count consistent as well. And I can show the inner workings of that a little bit. So we started out with using a for each method on an array, and we found that that was giving us issues. So we did some research and created a custom async for each callback function, which lives right here. So it's an asynchronous for each that takes in an array of notifications and a callback function, which is our send text notifications and send email notifications functions. And it loops through each item in this array. And as it does, it passes in each index of that array and implements the callback function. So for text, this is where we invoke it and send text notifications. Now, not only sends the message, which is really this part, but we also ping the database to get a specific user's current notification count and the maximum notification count of the account type they have, so free, premium, or pro. And then if their current count is less than the maximum count, we increase the count of their count by 1. Then we create the options for the message, we send the message, and then we increase their user notification account using this variable up here. So this runs for every user that needs to send a text message, and it does it consistently. And then the same thing will happen for send email, which is very similar. It sends a little bit differently than the text function, but it does the same comparison. It uses the async for each, and we compare values, increase the value, send the message right here, and then increase the notification count. So now we have a system that's a little more lean and clean for us on the back end, and we're super proud of it.
Async for each, that's bloody brilliant. I'm so freaking knocked out by that. That's so cool.
It was a tough challenge to solve, but it was so rewarding when it actually console logged how we needed it to.
For sure. Yeah, let me stop this recording.